She called me at 2:14 a.m., a time no married woman should ever dial her husband unless something inside her had already broken long before waking hours. Her voice, thin, trembling, didn't match the confidence she used to wear like perfume. "Can we talk?" she whispered. And somehow, even half asleep, I felt it. A shift, a fracture, a silent confession without the words. I stared at the ceiling while she breathed on the other end. I could hear the distance in her lungs. Someone had created that space. Someone who wasn't me. "Are you alone?" I asked. A pause. Too long. Too careful. "Yes," she said. Another lie she thought would float. Something inside me tightened. Not rage, not sorrow. Something colder. An understanding. She was slipping away. Not physically. I could have handled footsteps. She was slipping emotionally, in the quiet way people only slip when they think they've found a softer place to land. I didn't argue, didn't accuse, didn't beg. "Okay," I said, and I meant it. I let the silence swallow her, listening to how uncomfortable she became when I offered no reaction. I knew that tone. It was the voice of someone who had already betrayed you, but hadn't yet rehearsed how to justify it. 7 months ago, that call cracked the surface of everything. 7 months ago, she left in confusion. 7 months ago, I walked out quietly with the truth lodged under my ribs like a blade. Now, tonight, she stands in front of me again, pale, shaking, eyes begging for something she never gave me. And I'm ready to show her what I found, and what she brought with her. The morning after the call, she sat at the kitchen table pretending nothing had shifted. But people forget. Betrayal has a scent. It lingers. It stains the air. She smiled too quickly, averted her eyes too deliberately, touched her phone like it contained a living heartbeat. I watched, silent. Always silent. Her explanations were too polished, small inconsistencies wrapped in soft tones. "Work has been stressful. I've been distant, I know. I just need space to think." Space. The word tasted metallic. She'd started dressing softer, lighter, like someone was seeing her in moments I wasn't invited to. Her laughter changed. Her guilt showed in the way she overcompensated with warmth. Some betrayals scream. Hers whispered. One night she showered before coming home. Another, she deleted messages with the precision of a surgeon. She thought I didn't notice. She thought I was too trusting, too simple, too in love to see the fragments falling out of her pockets. The truth is, I felt the betrayal the way a wounded animal feels rain before it falls. Still, I didn't confront her. I watched. I collected. I let her teach me who she had become while she assumed I remained the same. And slowly, suspicion grew teeth. I moved like a man walking through a burning room without showing fear of the flames. Quiet. Calculated. I checked the car's mileage, too many unexplained detours. I checked her cloud backup. A new device had accessed her account for a week, then vanished. Her cycle of lying became predictable. Stress, deflection, affection, distance. A rhythm only cheaters know by heart. I ordered a DNA kit. No reason she needed to know why. Just a quiet thought that refused to die. The results didn't come right away, but the nights did. Nights where she slipped out to clear her mind. Nights where she came home smelling like expensive cologne, but not mine. Nights where her eyes were red, not from crying, but from wanting something she wouldn't say out loud. I kept my composure. Every smile she saw was controlled, every word measured. Inside, though, I was dissecting my marriage piece by piece, holding every memory up to the light to see where the rot had started. And somewhere inside that quiet unraveling, I realized something terrifying. I wasn't afraid of losing her. I was afraid of how calm I had become watching her betray me. Look down at her the way someone looks at a past version of themselves they no longer recognize. The DNA results arrived on a Thursday at 6:07 p.m. I opened the envelope without breathing. Not related. 0%. The child she'd told me would complete us wasn't mine, had never been mine. She knew. She had to know. I waited until she returned home, humming as if she hadn't detonated the life we shared. I didn't accuse her, didn't scream. I placed the envelope on the table and slid it toward her like a final exam I knew she would fail. "What's this?" she asked. "You tell me." She opened it. Her face cracked. Just slightly, but enough. The truth hit her like cold water. I can explain," she whispered. "I know," I said. And the calm in my voice terrified her more than any rage could have. She broke, collapsed inward. Words poured out like a confession she'd been practicing but hoped never to say. But I wasn't listening anymore. My silence was a verdict. That night, I walked away. No fight, no closure, just distance. 7 months of it. And now, 7 months later, she stands at my door. She's thinner, eyes hollow. The guilt hasn't left her, it carved itself into her bones. "I needed to see you," she says, voice trembling the way it should have trembled the night she lied. I let her sit, let her breathe in the quiet she once feared. Then I place a folder in front of her. "Here," I tell her, "this is what I found after you left." Inside are printed messages, hotel receipts, dates that overlap with our anniversaries. The truth she once buried, resurrected in ink. She shakes, breaks, begins crying into her hands. "I ruined everything," she whispers. I nod, because she did. Then she reaches into her bag and places something on the table. A sonogram. Not mine. Not a mistake this time. "I thought you should know," she says. "He looks like you." She means the man she cheated with. Her final cruelty wasn't intentional. That made it worse. I stare at the sonogram. A life built on betrayal. A reminder of the woman she became. "I'm not your closure," I say quietly. She cries harder. Her tears mean nothing now. I stand, look down at her the way someone looks at a past version of themselves they no longer recognize. "You came here for forgiveness," I say. "But forgiveness is something you give to people who didn't know better." She looks up, desperate. "Do you hate me?" I shake my head slowly. "No," I whisper. "I'm just done being the man you lied to." And as I walk away, leaving her to drown in the silence she created, I realize the truth. Vindication isn't loud. It's the quiet step you take when you finally stop looking back. That was my final step.